What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. We're taking a look at a game that we covered a long time ago that has now had an expansion drop. We're taking a look at Everspace Encounters here today. If you guys don't know what Everspace is, it essentially takes a little bit of Colony Wars and mixes it with, like, I would actually say it's like a little bit of Colony Wars, a little bit of Freelancer, I mean, a little bit of TIE Fighter, a little bit of, you know, there's a lot of different influences in this game, but it's a roguelike where you pilot a spacecraft, and the goal is to get from one end of the galaxy to the other, while at the same time dogfighting your way through, picking sides with factions, buying new items, upgrading your gear, crafting, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, I can change my colors, huh? I want to change my colors then. Let's change our colors up. Yeah, where's my... Ooh, that looks kind of sexy right there. I think I could live with that. Yeah, let's put some white on that thing right there. Oh, we can get some presets too? Like, what? Are there any green ones, though? I want green ones. That's close enough to green. I mean, it's more of a teal than anything else, but that's the color that I always picked when I played, like, Command & Conquer Red Alert. That was always my color right there. I like rolling around with, like, the teal Tesla soldiers. You had to do what you had to do. Now, so as far as our perks go, we don't have any money, so we can't buy any perks. This is going to be our first run, so we're going to have that go. Let's go ahead and launch. Our current setup is that we have a pulse laser, a Gatling gun, we have a light missile, we have shields, we have weapon overdrives, and we have a shield booster. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Better off dead, we get more credits, cling to your life. Let's just play on normal for right now, and I think I can be happy with that particular gameplay experience. Dude, if I could jump. Dude, I already drive way too fast in real life. You have no idea how fast I drive, and tickets are a real problem for me. I'm not even going to lie to you. Tickets are a real problem for me. It's something that I have to live with, you know? Some of us have back problems. Some of us get a lot of tickets. Like, it is what it is. But if I could have a spacecraft that was capable of this kind of speed, I can virtually guarantee you 100%. I could almost 100% guarantee you that I'm going to end up just a giant stain on the side of an asteroid somewhere. So that's our first kill. Welcome to the series. We've actually shot down our first enemy. He dropped a little bit of fuel. Oh, this dude wants to get some. This dude thinks that he's hype right now. So the main thing that I'm doing right now, so that you have a rough idea for what I'm attempting to accomplish when dogfighting all these little critters over here, is that I have two weapons. I have a Gatling gun and I have a pulse laser. The pulse laser is for eliminating... Oh, God. Let me maybe change altitude here real fast. The enemy seems to track you very, very well horizontally. But if you go up and down... I know we're in 3 space right now, so technically everything is up and everything is down. But with regards to the perspective that we have right now, I think 3D combat can kind of... It can screw with people sometimes because you're giving directions like up, down, left, right, that kind of stuff. Just keep it relative to where the plane is right now. Okay, so there's 200 bucks right there. We got a shield on this side. Is it any good? A passive device. A superior titanium edition of the shield comes with a huge capacity at the cost of reduced charge rate and higher operational delays. Unfortunately, we can only have that on the Sentinel ship. So for this right here, we're going to have to salvage it. It's not loot for us. Over there, it looks like there's a little dogfight going on in between factions. We can't pick up any more fuel right now. Our fuel display is in the top right-hand corner. We have enough for 4 jumps right now. It takes 25 fuel to make a jump. Those are OCAR right there. What are my current objectives, out of curiosity? Every single run that you have these little achievements, and if you do them, you get bonus money. Now, the point of this game is to die, get a little bit further, die, upgrade, get a little bit further, and so on and so forth. So if you die in this game, don't worry about it, because at its core, this game is like Colony Wars meets a roguelike. If you haven't watched my previous gameplay, you probably should. That's the one where I played the tutorial that kind of explained the gameplay. But for right now, we've got 30 floodlights in a single run. That's a weird mission. We've got 500 credits in or 5,000, sorry. That'll give us an extra 1,000. And we've also got 10 outlaw units in a single run. And it looks like we already did that one, so I guess that's that. Aside from that, we can also make different guns right here if we want to. We can craft them and we can make things happen. Our secondary guns, we got corrosion missiles, we got EMP generators, we got shields, we got ST shields. I mean, we got all kinds of little things in here that we have the blueprints for that we can build later on in future runs if we want to. Right now, we got OCAR fighters over here, and I think we had a mission to kill off the OCAR, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to check that big husk over here, because this game also has a lot of free-roaming elements to it, where on every map, you can kind of fly around, you can mine asteroids. Oh, they are aware of us right now. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of loving on them then. The second it's available, I'm going to start putting a little bit of blap on them as soon as possible. There we go. That's what I like to see. We're starting to land a couple hits in there. It seems like they recalculate your position every so often, but if we let them get too close, let's give him some missile action right there. I think he's more than earned it. The Okar are a little bit more dangerous, so we will want to be careful about the way that we face off with them. It looks like we are low on energy right now, so I'm going to try and eliminate just one more fighter. Oof, that guy's got the shots on us. Yup. Man. Oh, it's because I'm running into a meteor. Yeah, that would be a problem, isn't it? Let's put a missile on him, and he's now down. We're going to have to find a repair bay before this is going to be too helpful to us. However, the best way to find repair bays... Ooh, there's a tractor beam over here. Ooh, and a beam laser. I like the beam laser a lot. I'm going to take the beam laser. The beam laser is one of my favorite weapons in the whole game. If you can get an upgraded version of this thing, so instead of going da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, like the pulse laser does, the beam laser just gives you a solid ray that just goes choom and holds on the enemy and just zaps them. I'm going to swap that in because I like it. Then we're going to salvage our pulse laser for a little bit of scrap just in case we need repairs later on. Over here, we have a tractor beam. We can swap that for either the shield or the weapon overdrive. I think I'm going to swap it for the overdrive on our weapons. Overdrive on the weapons is nice. It's good for because there are like... I'm not messing with you right now. Oh, there's a beacon over here. What does the beacon do? How does that help me? Uh-oh. I think I made friends. Yeah, that would explain a lot right there, actually. Let's go ahead and I'm going to start... beaming, I guess. Yep, beam him up, Skippy. Come on. Little bit of love on him. Yep, there's one down. Oh, I fired a missile at his shields. That was a mistake, my friends. We are getting chewed up right now. But that's because the Okar are not to be messed with. These guys are actually a little bit worrisome. I'll finish him off the old-fashioned way. So he's down. You do have a limited amount of time that you can be on the map before, like, frigates and stuff like that start jumping in. And those things are just a huge... You doubt me. But the frigates and, like, the capital ships in this game, oh my god, they're massive. They have so many guns and hard points. They are really tough targets to take out. If you can handle one, by all means, if you think you're bad enough, go ahead, a shield breaker missile. I'll salvage those for right now. I kind of like the 1-2 punch thing that I have going on with my current missiles. I don't know if there's anything. There's a GMB fighter over here, which makes me think that maybe there might be a GMB craft over on this side. This area doesn't look like it has too much for us to get into trouble with. We are looking for anything in here. There will be little nodes like that right there. You see that? Those are what you're looking for. And so that was a crate that was full of nanobots. Nanobots in this game are super useful. You're allowed to trade those for different buffs and things of that nature. So let's say that I got some nanobots. I might be able to use them to repair my ship. I might be able to use them to fix the hydraulic systems, the inertial dampeners. Your ship is comprised of multiple systems that can be knocked out if you take too much damage. And so you just want to be careful about it. Always make sure you have some nanobots on board. I don't remember exactly how to use the nanobots, but I know we can use them. There they are right there. And so, like, we can use our nanobots to repair our hull right there if we wanted to. We could repair more. We could repair less. We also have component damage. And as you get further in, you can actually do upgraded versions of these components, too. So if your engines get blapped out, you're going to fly a little bit slower. Life support puts a little timer on screen, so you have, like, 10 minutes to fix your life support before you suffocate. Inertial dampeners make it so that you don't have to deal with Newtonian physics or anything like that. And so if you have to deal with Newtonian physics, it means you carry your inertia. So inertial dampeners make it so that you stop when you stop. If those go out, it means you carry now your velocity. Whatever your velocity is or whatever vector or holding you have, it carries that. So watch out for that. Looks like it's going to take us 4 nanobots in order to fix this beast. You know, I'm going to do that. Might be a bad plan. Might be the worst plan in the history of the world, but I'm going to do it anyways. Let's jump to the next station and see what we got going on here, because this one did not feel too fruitful to me. There was no fruit in this area. I'm looking for mangoes. I'm looking for apples. I'm looking for that good stuff. We got 2 areas we can go to. So if we upgrade our sensor scanner, that's one of the passive things you can upgrade in between runs. If we upgrade that, we'll be able to figure out what's in the next zone over so we can make smart decisions about where we want to go. But for right now, I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to take the high road. Normally, I take the low road because, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But I'm trying to influence other people to take the high road so there's more room on the low road for me right now. I'm drawing fire. Now is not the time for artistry, my friend. Now is not the time for artistry. Let's just keep shooting. There it is. Outlaws are a little bit easier targets than the Okar. The Okar are downright nasty. You don't want to mess with the Okar if you can help it. So there it is. We've wiped them out. They've dropped 18 fuel right there. That's actually really, really good. So with 18 fuel, that basically almost refills the entire tank, which is massive for us right now. We've got some gel, we've got some scrap, and we've got some other goodies over here. Go ahead and grab that stuff for me, please. Gel, scrap, fuel, looks good to me. We need one more fuel if we wanted to get up and out of here. Let's just survey this Demesne for a little bit, this domain. Let's have a look around and see if there's anything that might be useful. So over here, there might be something nice. Up and in this area, there might be something nice too. Sometimes inside these little asteroids, there will be bases that are tucked away in the little nooks and crannies, and if you wipe those out, you can get all kinds of bonus gear and armor and stuff like that. The game does have kind of like a Diablo-esque mechanic to it as well, which I think is what makes this game so satisfying. I was actually surprised to find when I looked at the Steam reviews for this game, the Steam reviews were very lukewarm, and I was surprised by it because by all intents and purposes, I think this is a very good roguelike. I was a little bit, I don't know if they released a patch that was unpopular or what they did, but like, I don't know. Ooh, a Pulse Laser Plus, that might be worth swapping in. Yeah, that's a little bit better than what we got going on right there. I mean, it still does not hurt hull for shit. But energy consumption is a little bit better. Yeah, let's swap that in because it's a tier 2 item, whereas the beam laser is a tier 1. And so, you know, you got to be careful with your upgrades. It may not be something... Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's also a faster version of this too that does like a brrr, it like spins up. It's like a pulse Gatling gun. We don't have that for right now. That's why you always want to look inside nooks and crannies in this game if you can. Just have a little look-see around. We're a little bit hurt for fuel right now. Shield boosters on C. And then I've also got a GMB distress beacon. I think that summons in allies, if I remember correctly. Up across the top of the screen, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are how I'm swapping these weapons out and making stuff happen. If you notice on the ship when we swap the Gatling guns, it actually changes the model too, which is pretty sweet. That's like one of those small things that most developers wouldn't even mess with. They'd be like, ah, too resource intensive, I don't care about it. This should also bring our range up ever so slightly and make our lives easier, me thinkies. I'm going to save some energy till he gets a little bit closer. He's behind the asteroid right now, I think, and I think he's trying to cover for this dude who's making a dive at us. I am going to go upwards ever so slightly. Because this is an upgraded gun, well, I was kind of on the fence about using, you know, any of my other shots on it. But we are a little bit low on energy right now, which is what I'm worried about. Swap into the GAT. There it is. Chew that guy up real fast. I'm going to hope that I can get some shields back up before this gets any nastier. Shields are regenerating. We got some nanobots right here. Since the last time I played the game, it does seem like the loot rate is a little bit better. The last time I played the game, you did not get much loot. Like, you got a lot of credits, and if you could wrangle those credits into, like, making it to, like, a trade station or something like that, it was good. But one of the big problems that held the game back, in my opinion, the last time I played it, is that it just didn't give you enough loot. Like, there just simply was not enough. And now, ooh, he got a beam gun. This little dude's kind of scary. All right. This time around, now that we're playing the expansion content, I don't know exactly what's contained inside the expansion content in its entirety. However, that being said, the game has been expanded. If after you watch this episode you think that this looks like something that would be fun to you, you should definitely check out the link below because Splatty gonna give it to you. Splatty got you covered. Maybe not fight with an asteroid at my ass right now. That might be a mistake. I don't want to run into anything and bust up my paint job. This is brand new, man. This is fresh flake right here. Exactly. That's what I was worried about right there. I just messed up my fresh flake. That's not a good look, man. That's not a good look. I'd use a zip tie to fix my car when I was up in LA. Hit something on the road and it knocked the belly pan off the bottom of, like, the back left tire. There's like a little belly plate on the Chrysler 300. And I hit something on the road and it broke the belly plate off, so it was dragging on the ground. Oh, we got a mainframe override right there. Mainframe override's pretty good. If I remember right from the last time I played the game, pretty sure a mainframe override allows me to hack stuff. There we go. You're damn right. Ooh, a beam laser plus plus. Well, then we will swap that in. That is my favorite gun, and that is a plus plus version of that favorite gun. We've also got another container right there. There we go. Let me zap that thing real quick and see what pump. Oh, nothing came out. Man, we got skunked. It was a dud. That's deeply upsetting. There's a GMB fighter right there. That's neutral. If you do open fire on them or any of their ships, they will be hostile, I think, until you jump out of the zone. or something like that. I don't remember if it's for the entire sector, if it's for the entire, just the zone that you're in, but I'm pretty sure they go hostile until you make it to a jump gate or something like that, which is in that zone right there. Sector 1's going pretty good for us right now. Sector 1 is going pretty well. I'm not that upset about the way we're managing to rally. We got somebody up close right here. He's at 2.7. Yeah, it happens from time to time. You know, I'm just not an amicable person. People don't like me, you know. People don't like me. They're a bunch of haters out here in space. They see me rolling. They see me with this tier 2 tech gear, and they're just like, this boy gotta go. This boy gotta go. We feel no love in our hearts for him. An outlaw turret. Okay, well, I don't like the way that looks. Let's go ahead and zap him down real quick. The thing I like about the beam laser is that the beam laser is a very nice middle ground between having a weapon that it damages shields and damages hulls. That's why I prefer the beam laser, is that because you're never kind of out in the cold when you have the beam laser. If somebody's heavy shields, well, guess what? You can take care of that. If somebody's heavy hull, you still don't have to weapon swap that much in order to make it happen. This location, we're probably going to get run up on because we're attacking... This is an outlaw station right here, and they are more than likely going to be really upset about it. Got a processor on the side. That's going to be a crafting piece right there. We've also got some containers over here. They may call in reinforcements once I start looting their little space base over here. I don't know. I don't like to say the word space base because it reminds me of the disappointment that was Space Base DS9 or whatever that game was from Double Fine. I love that game. I was really excited about where it was going, and then they abandoned it, man. They abandoned it, and they just let it go, and man, it was such a great title. I liked it so much, and for it to be abandoned, it really upset me because it was a title that I was stoked about. Now, what you're seeing right there, that's a space station. Space stations are going to lock their doors until you kill all the hostiles in the area. If you don't kill all the hostiles... Oh, there's power cells over here? Yeah, I'll go get those. Yep, turn up the thrust. Turn up the thrust. We got an outlaw over here. It looks like they're kind of split up. I might be able to do some. Let's get up in here and see if maybe we can interject on this guy's dance. Maybe bust on into his polka, you know what I mean? Mess with his waltz. Looks like we've got another freighter over here. This is actually a wreck that it appears as though they've managed to shoot down. Come on. Yeah, there it is. That's what I like to see. C is going to be our shield booster. You definitely want to use consumables in this game if you can. If you aren't using consumables, you're going to get yourself into trouble. We got a service station right there. And then it looked like we had a secondary wrench over here somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it. So this freighter over here, it looks like we might be able to shoot those. Yeah, those are fuel tanks right there. Those are fuel tanks. So let's go ahead and get some fuel out of this BZ. Actually, they're storage crates. Storage crates, even better. I'm going to do my best not to run in any refuse for right now. We've got mineable gas on this side. Mineable gas is useful for a couple things.
What's this mining outfit I'm registering?
Grady and Brunt Prospects, corporate behemoth and sole legitimate operator in the demilitarized zone. Their monopoly has ensured unchecked expansion. You will encounter their jump gates and mining drones frequently.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on that then. I'm going to keep mining this one off real fast just to see what we get out of it. It didn't look like we got gas. It looked like we got some kind of secondary resource that was helping out right there. Let's go ahead and jump into the service station. We'll see what we can get done because I bumped into an asteroid and I messed up my flake again. Important thing to note is that because this game is open world, you can totally attack all these space stations. In case you were wondering, like, you can 100% attack these space stations. It will make you hostile with that faction for the remainder of your run, but if you're really desperate and you're like out of fuel right now and you can't continue your game, you can bust these cats up and you can steal their stuff, and aside from, you know, hostilities with their faction, you'll be okay. Like, nothing absolutely horrible is going to happen. A lot of these factions are absolutely beatable, but let's make our jump for right now. It's more than likely time for us to leave the zone here, so that's exactly what I am gonna do. We got our fuel all fueled. We're a little bit busted up on the armor front, but I think our hull will be okay. I mean, we're traveling to the final zone right now. It's going to get nastier when we get to the next zone. That is like the undeniable truth of this game, is that it keeps getting nastier the further in you get. It'll keep... Ooh, there's a freighter wreck over here.
These were built by Grady and Brunt Prospects for their mining drones to reach areas more efficiently.
Okay, thanks for the introduction. Now, you want me to use this?
It is the only way to the next sector, so, yes.
I thought he said it was built by greedy and drunk traders. I'll be like, well, I don't trust this jump gate then. I'll be honest with you, it's going to be pricey, and it's also probably going to fall apart real quick.
This end of the galaxy.
Cluster 34, also known as the Beltagrades. A group of systems approximately 1,000 light-years from the Sol system. Mapped to precision in the 24th century, but unexplored by colonials until the 30th. Demarcation lines between colonial and native Okar interests are still in dispute.
That'd be the other part, man. If you end up going to space and creating, like, space empires and stuff, it'd be tough to, like, maintain control of things. Like, I don't know if humans, like, I don't know if we breed fast enough and have enough people to spread, you know what I mean? What is this over here? Is it going to try and hurt me? It is going to try and hurt me. Well, that's good to know. Oof, got to duck past that missile right there. I definitely ain't trying to catch a missile right now. Is this like a bandit ship? What is this over here? Like, I don't know what this is. It's not flagged with anything, so it might just be a...
Thank you.
Might just be a random craft. I'm not really sure.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
I mean, sometimes you got to get some free stuff. It's the way that it goes. Everybody likes swag. What kind of ship is this over here? That is a...
Is that a trading ship?
Apparently so. Quite fortuitous to encounter one in these parts.
About time.
Yeah, no kidding. We should probably make use of that, considering we're sitting on top of like $3 grand right now. That's not even being utilized. What do you got going on, merchant ship? You got some light missiles. You got some compounds. So it's actually literally trading in this game. You actually trade stuff that you have for stuff that you want. This guy doesn't really have anything that I'm incredibly... He doesn't have anything that I'm super happy about. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to go for anything here. I think I'm going to leave that alone because most of those trades are not advantageous to me. And frankly, unless I really need something, I prefer to not give it up right now. Like, I think that it's always best in this game to go as far as you can and save your resources until you start getting to the really, really hard zones. In some ways, you want to play it the same way. I think the plasma field over here does something. I think it hurts my shields or something like that, but I don't recall exactly.
Your vessel harvests plasma automatically when you are near.
Oh, well, there we go.
That's convenient.
Harvest the plasma, then. Plasma has been harvested. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and run up on this jump gate because we got stuff to do here today. Actually, there looks like a little, yeah, mineable crystal over there. I like crystals. Let's go ahead and take care of crystals. All the ladies named Crystal in the crowd were like, yay! He loved me, loved me, loved me, loved me. And the dude's named Crystal. I don't know if there's any dudes named Crystal, but you know. I'm all about equal opportunity loving. You feel me? You gotta do what you gotta do in life. You can't be lonely. We got new items that can be crafted through the utilization of these crystals that we're mining up off the walls. Sounds pretty good to me. Is that totally depleted, or are we still trying to grab something off there? I think that's totally depleted. And then we've got a tech container right there with an energy injector and some nanobots. So we got the GMB distress signal. I think I'll probably hold on to the GMB. I think that just adds in... I'm almost positive that just refills your energy meter. It doesn't give you permanent, like, extra meter. I think it's actually just like a mana potion for your energy meter, which is what you're seeing underneath my reticle when I'm firing. So... I think I'll probably just salvage it. It's not really even worth that much. I would much rather have the weapon overdrive and the shield booster just to make my life a little bit easier. Let's go to the next zone. We got limited time and lots of stuff to do. So let's jump gate. Whee! Jump confirm. We're gonna hop right to it. It's a jump gate and we're going right through it. Looks kind of scary, but I'm gonna do it.
Strange. Fragments of memories. Trying to make sense of them. I had managed to escape. I was weak and ill. My cells were deteriorating. A deadly poison. A cytotoxin. Slow, relentless, eating me away. There was a way to halt its progress, but it would take time. All I could do was set the wheels in motion. And await the outcome in stasis. A long, uncertain sleep.
So that's actually a new portion that I never saw before. The last time that I played the game, it was in early access, and there weren't any storyline things.
Dying.
This must be a memory from your original. Apparently a flaw in the transference protocol. The Eterna system was meant to filter such personal recollections.
Wait, what are you saying? My original? I'm a...
A clone, yes. Usually this is not realized by limited-use copies. The function of Eterna was to pass on operational skills, such as piloting. But it seems that something has gone wrong here.
Stop. This is a lot to take on board all at once. Why is this happening? Who am I? Who is my original?
I have no information on that. Perhaps there is a purpose to this aberration which will become clear upon reaching the coordinates given. I have no answers, unfortunately, but I am as curious as you are.
How can an AI be curious, man? That's like a whole new level of, like, I don't know, that's a little creepy, right? We've invented something that's curious. Ooh, yes, you know what's curious? My love for $100. Yup. Oh my god, worst time to itch my nose ever. We've got a mineable gas over here. I think that's probably a good idea.
These are essential for crafting and upgrading, but you will require much more.
Hey, that's perfectly fine by me. I'm just trying to get these things out of here. Looks like I'm just about out of energy, and we have kind of like a busted-ass ship over here. And so I'd like to take a look at it. Busted-ass ship, would you like to be friends with me? Would you like to play? There's a drone server over here. What does that do? I mean, it's 350.
Monetary reward for your endeavors.
We do have enemies coming in, and I don't know how I feel about that. So we need access keys to get this thing done. We probably already have enemies chilling on our coordinates right now trying to get us. And in fact, I think I hear the telltale sign of gunfire. Where's this cat at? So we've got a colonial turret right there that was trying to fire at me. So this was a colony ship, maybe? Seems plausible. So is the turret on the outside of the ship or the inside of the ship? It must be microscopic in order to not be able to see it right here. It might be inside that room right there too. That's the other possibility. We don't have an access key right now, and so I'm thinking this little loot room right here is not going to be incredibly accessible. And I have my doubts that I'm going to be able to, like... I have my doubts that I'm going to be able to whittle my way in there. There we go. Any game where I can draw, I feel like I haven't done my job properly unless I write fart somewhere in the game. It's kind of my call sign. It's sort of the thing that I do. Ooh, there's a big old mining facility up here. Let's see what this thing's up to. Is it abandoned?
How did Grady and Brunt manage to get the only contract in the DMZ?
They were first on the scene due to their extensive jump gate infrastructure. So far as their monopoly is concerned, their close working relationship with the colonial fleet was undoubtedly a factor.
It still looks man to me, but I'm not 100% on that. If you're trying to get fuel out, I'm pretty sure these back here are the fuel tanks. That's what I was looking for. If it was like a derelict or whatever, I was thinking maybe we'd be able to use it. But it's not looking advantageous right now. It's just not. I don't want to piss off GMB, especially since one of our secondary items is a GMB distress beacon, which means that if we get ourselves into trouble, we can call in GMB fighters to save our asses, which is actually a tremendous boon. Sometimes all you really need to be okay is to give the enemy something else to shoot at. Sometimes it's not a matter of firepower. It's just a matter of fact that, like, you've got too much firepower coming at you. And so the ability to sort of redirect some of that fire can be very, very helpful in times of need. Let's get over to this fuel transport.
Salvageable on this freighter?
Probably, but I would not advise it as it may draw unwanted attention.
We got a little bit of frame lag going on right now. I don't know exactly what that's being caused by. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to the next zone, and that'll be our episode on Everspace Encounters. I will see you all in the next episode. If you want to see more, by all means, be vocal. Leave me lots of comments and lots of likes. It helps the channel out tremendously. If you wanted to help support me in my pursuit of indie gaming and showing off all the cool games you can possibly afford and destroying your wallet, you can check out Patreon. You can get access to Discord servers. You get access to written reviews. You get access to just kind of weekly videos that I do where I talk about stuff, nothing, video games, whatever I'm playing, things like that. And then aside from that, if you wanted to get Everspace Encounters itself, you can do that down below in the description, all right? I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. How you do, everybody? I think this game is fantastic, and I think that you should too. Goodbye.